the first time in the history of the NFL that a team has gone 3-0 to start a season against three teams that all won 10 games the year before.
It's pretty impressive.
Raiders have made history.
Now, I'm not going to any Raider fan listening, I am not diminishing what you guys have accomplished because you look like a good team, right? I watch it, you pass the eye test. Today's a good example where you went in feeling like you were going to kick their ass. All of a sudden I look up at the screen, it's 14-0. I'm like, "Whoa." They get a safety, then boom, all of a sudden it's like 14-12 and once they got to 14-12, I'm like the Raiders were winning this game. Now it got a little tighter. I got to give Jacoby I tweeted this out. If Tua plays in this game, I think the Raiders win by double digits.
Hey, we're glad you're watching this video. Give it a like and subscribe to our channel.
Yep. Also, check out our podcast below in the description.
We are sponsored by Tito's Handmade Vodka.
#1 vodka in America. Go get yourself some.
Savor responsibly.
Like, they played Jacoby, and he got hotter as the game went on, and it wasn't easy. He's tough. He's big. He just kept hitting like that consistent little, like when he would get pressured, that little out route, that guy would always give him like 6-7 yards. But ultimately, like, Ruggs had a catch in this game where he leaped in the air and he looked like Chris Carter. Remember Chris Carter used to like get both of his feet inbounds? Is probably the best in NFL history. And Ruggs did that, and I went, yeah, I think this guy's starting to really figure it out, and he's going to be really good. I know his stat, he was 4 for 78, but that play alone, I know he's had some incredible touchdown catches in his NFL career, right? Long ones. The Jets won. The one against the Chiefs, I think he had one. He had one against the I guess he didn't score against the Ravens, but he had one against the Steelers. Is it crazy to say that's his best play as a pro? Just the difficulty? Because he had to leap. I mean, he was like 40 inches vertical, and then he gets both feet down. It was just that was his best play. Is like, I know it can go deep. I'm not saying that's not difficult, but it's probably the easiest thing for him to do. Just, I'm going deep. No one's going to stay. But if he can do that stuff, you become a real wide receiver.
Right. Because now you can contribute every day, even on the days when you don't hit an 80-yard bomb.
They're 1 and 2 wide receivers. I guess Renfro, it's hard. I mean, he's I'm calling him his 3, but he's got 5 for 77. Like, he's a legitimate guy. But I mean, they're 1 and 2 outside wide receivers. Came in the same draft, and they're good. That's pretty impressive drafting.
Yeah, Edwards, I think it was pretty clear pretty early with that guy. Now, he wasn't healthy last year, but now he is, and then you get Waller. And I think the thing with Ruggs, it's only been 3 weeks, but he shows up in every game, which was not the case last year, right? He'd go MIA for several weeks.
Yeah.
So I'm with you. I think he's figured it out. Derek Carr's leading the league in passing right now, and it's not hollow.
When you say passing, you mean passing yards?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
But you know who has the most touchdowns in the NFL?
Tom?
Yeah.
How many?
10.
We only threw 1 today.
Yeah, must have, right?
Wonder how many Kyler had.
Godwin.
I'd got him on the fantasy team.
Did Kyler throw a touchdown today?
I don't know. I honestly didn't watch much of that thing. He might not.
I mean, they scored 31 points, but no, he didn't throw a touchdown today. I didn't think so.
Ran one,
yeah. And Connor ran one, and that was it. Shouldn't there be another touchdown there?
Well, here's the thing. Like, let's use the Cardinals as an example.
Oh, yeah.
I would say on paper the Cardinals, just in terms of explosiveness, if you just like ask defensive coordinators the way they're playing right now, they would keep you up at night, right? They have a quarterback who's fantastic. Because of their offense, they're not very dependent on the running back. They use that Edmonds guy. I didn't even know James Conner was on their team, honestly, but he had the touchdown. But then A.J. Green, who looks good. Kirk is good. Obviously, DeAndre is a star. And they just have Rondale Moore, who they drafted, I think, in the 2nd round this year.
Because Kyler watched some tape of him?
Yeah, it's really good.
That was the story on that.
Like, for example, that is the story. They had to, like, watch.
Kyler wanted him.
The Raiders are every bit as dynamic as these top offenses, and I know they technically are, but Josh Jacobs isn't even, like, he missed the last 2 games. When they're healthy, their offensive skill guys, quarterback, tight end, wide receivers, and running backs is pretty elite, right? Just in terms of they can go deep, they can go short, they can pound you with their running back, Their tight end he made a couple plays today where you're like, Jesus, this guy's good. He is sweet. Is he not? Do that one play over the kind of the middle where he catches it with the two guys kind of draped on him. And Miami's clearly pretty good on defense, but man, like just the difference between Miami and the Raiders, for example, in terms of offensive firepower, it's not even close. And Miami's Gesicki solid, Waddle. You cannot throw a quick screen at the 1 yard line when you're backed up at the 1 yard line because he has to catch it like
the safety. Have you seen a safety like that before? I mean, I'm sure it's happened, but
I don't think I have. I saw Casey Hayward. His quote after the game was like, "Yeah, it kind of changed the game," because they were kind of getting their ass kicked. I think it was 14-0, and he just made a pretty good open field tackle, and the guy's 4 yards deep in the end zone. And Waddle comes to the end zone like, God, they would never have called this for me at Alabama. You
no,
idiots.
we never would have been here. Alabama in the end zone, our own end zone. We're in the wrong end zone. What's this end zone look like?
I was flipping channels last night. They were playing Southern Miss because I was watching your game, and they were playing on SEC Network. The opening play of their game, Southern Miss kicks it off. Dude takes it to the house, and no one even gets close. Never even heard of the guy. I'm like, this thing's over. It was like 31-0 before you even blink. They destroyed them.
Raiders right now, John, are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have to count because, God forbid, ESPN.com put ranks next to its stats. Raiders are 6th in scoring in the league. Cardinals, Bucks, Rams, Bills, Chiefs, Raiders. Those are playoff teams. I know the Bills are 1 and 2. The Chiefs are 1 and 2. Those are playoff teams. Hey, go to DraftKings right now. Use the code HAM. There's a link below in the description.
Yep, get in our game. Also, you want to gamble? Monday Night Football is tonight. Eagles at the Cowboys. MyBookie.ag, promo code HAM and the number 1. Say the teams again.
Cardinals.
Okay.
We'll see. Bucks. Rams, Bills, Chiefs, Raiders.
Cardinals are a couple wins away from it being pretty difficult for them to not make it, aren't they?
I know. Unless they hit a skid, which it's possible.
But you get to like 7-2. What's a 3-game skid? You're still 7-5. Can you get to like 9 or 10?
It's true.
They're going to be around. I might have taken the L on that one.
But I would say this, it's a long-term play.
Well, do you feel confident? Like the Cardinals and the Raiders are pretty good examples. Two teams that under their coaches have not made the playoffs. Cardinals got closer than the Raiders, even though they had the same record. It was just easier last year in the NFC. Do you feel confident that the Raiders are going to be in the playoffs?
Yeah.
Like a wild card? Could they win the division?
Yeah, I mean,
the Chiefs are in shambles. They could.
They could.
They play
the Chargers are good. The Broncos are good. Like it's. I don't think anyone's running away with the AFC West. Like it's going to come down to just a few plays and a few big games. But yeah, I mean, they've beaten the Ravens head to head. The Bengals are the other 2-1 team in the AFC North. They beat the Steelers. They just beat the Dolphins. They're better than the Patriots. So how many teams can you say definitively are better than the Raiders right now in the AFC?
We get to see them play a division team that's pretty damn good this week, right? Monday Night Football. That's a big game.
The Charger game.
Yeah, that's a huge game.
Especially given what the Chargers just did. Yeah.
But the hype on this game, both these two teams are good. Those two quarterbacks. Like this is a big night for the Raiders. Every time that they play a good team now that they're good, the games are big, which is cool, which wasn't the case, right? When Gruden first got here and he reset the franchise. Last year they had it for a minute, and even 2 years ago, I know they started 6-4, but this feels different. I mean, Derek's way better.
Derek's way better, and clearly defensively they're not.
They tackle.
Like they can hang.
They tackle.
They've got enough on defense, I think.
Did you see the late hit on Crosby when Jacoby was rolling out? He was like rolling out. I think it was in regulation, and Crosby came like chasing him, and he throws it. It's one of those, like, it's just one, they threw it. He took him, he hit him. I don't know.
Playing on the edge, John.
I know.
Playing on the edge.
I see a lot of Solomon Thomas is resurrecting his career.
Oh, yeah?
All right. Sleep on Solomon Thomas.
Doing what Arden Key said he would do.
He's still on the Niners? You notice him tonight?
Did not.
I did not either.